So apparently Injustice, the animated movie, has leaked. Well, at least scenes of it. But it didn't look like it was legal, so I'm not going to show it or even talk about it just yet. Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flicks. My name is Chris Wong. Today we're going to talk about James Gunn and his future projects. There's another update from Black Adam. This time it's the producer Hiram Garcia talking about the future. Looks like the director of Batgirl hints again at their Commissioner Gordon. And then more stuff from the Flash sets, particularly Batman and the discussion over his suit and everything else about it. Let's talk about James Gunn. Now, James Gunn has his Suicide Squad movie coming out next week. There's a lot of early screenings. I even had one sent to me, but Hawaii is not on the list. I guess I'm going to have to see it with the rest of you. Now, the review embargo for the Suicide Squad should be lifting up really soon, and we'll get to see the critics' reviews for it and anybody who got to see it early. There are a lot of social media reactions online. You can go ahead and check that out, and looks like it's pretty much all positive reviews so far. So if the Suicide Squad does well, I think James Gunn's going to have another shot at another DC project. And it looks like discussions have already begun, because a fan asked this question: do you have some discussions with Warner and DC for another DC project after Peacemaker? I will be very happy if you answer, James. And James Gunn says, I have. Yes. So it looks like they're already anticipating being happy with the Suicide Squad if they're already having discussions about further DC projects. So I wonder, what project could that be? Well, Sean O'Connell had a suggestion. He said this: you know what would be fun? Like really, really fun? If DC Warner handed Justice League 2 to James Gunn. What?
Nah.
I think he was just joking here, but knowing Warner Brothers, they'll probably try to feed James Gunn a Justice League movie. May not be Justice League 2, but definitely a Justice League movie will definitely happen sooner or later. But this is James Gunn, right? The guy that Toby Emmerich says, James Gunn, Superman. James Gunn, Superman. And which James Gunn says, nah, I'm good. You know, I'm going to go create Suicide Squad instead. So I think that's more along his lines. It's kind of like him saying, I'm going to do Guardians of the Galaxy and not Avengers. I'm not saying that couldn't happen. I mean, if James Gunn all of a sudden says, yeah, I'll tackle Justice League, then that could definitely happen. But for me, I'm thinking James Gunn, he even hinted at himself, he's possibly going to tackle another Suicide Squad with other characters, and they have a huge roster. But if they're already talking about it and the reviews are seemingly going to be pretty fantastic, I guess it'll depend on the box office and how many subscribers going to HBO Max, but I'm gonna make a big guess that James Gunn is definitely gonna tackle another DC project, 100%. Now let's talk about Black Adam. Black Adam is another movie that has a huge potential to grow as its own universe, or expand the current DCEU. Producer Hiram Garcia had big, gigantic words for Black Adam. This is what he had to say. Black Adam's tone is much more aggressive, he says. There's much more edge. Black Adam likes to dish out a certain kind of justice. The truth is, most people that get that justice, they don't walk away from it. So that's a very specific tone for the movie. We wanted to make sure that while we were creating something big and fun, that everyone's going to really enjoy watching it. It did have that edge that matched Black Adam's might and power and darkness. Now that's a high bar for a gigantic movie, and he's definitely setting the tone that this is going to be a huge, epic, and massive in scale. But he also has a lot to say about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Watching Dwayne immerse himself in this character, the way he's transformed himself physically, I mean, this is a guy who's always in shape, in the best of shape, and somehow he's gotten into an even crazier shape. He's so dedicated to the character. It's really been fun. I'm excited for comic book fans to see it because, look, I'm a comic book fan. I know all the stuff that I've always wanted to see in movies like this. We push the bar in terms of effects, how he flies, how he utilizes his powers, meeting the Justice Society of America. We're establishing a big universe, JSA and Black Adam. There's so much potential there for explosive fun and kick-ass action and really heartfelt storytelling. So they're definitely buying into a bigger universe here. They're expecting that this is going to blow up, and they're getting to create more sequels out of this. And I really hope they do, because I'm still thinking, and I'm still guessing, I don't know, that Superman's going to definitely show up. I don't know if it's going to be in this movie or the next movie. Is it going to be teased in Black Adam? I hope so. I hope it's like Black Adam wins, and JSA is like, we need to stop him. How do we stop this guy? And the JSA is going to need a big, heavy hitter. Imagine Superman showing up at the end and says, "How can I help?" Alright, let's talk about Batgirl. It has been revealed, and this is coming from the DC Syndicate, that the casting director for Batgirl has a history of previous work that really interests us. That's right, Christy Carlson has been hired as the casting director of HBO Max's Batgirl movie. Her previous works include Cat vs. Dog, Happy Feet, Watchmen, Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Wonder Woman, Zack Snyder's Justice League, and Wonder Woman 1984. Wow, I'm liking that. That's exceptional. What's also interesting about this is right on the bottom, once again, this account says, "I hope they keep J.K. Simmons as Commissioner Gordon," in which Adil El Arbi, one of the directors for Batgirl, once again liked another post suggesting that Commissioner Gordon could be played by J.K. Simmons. And I hope that's true. Alright, let's talk about the Batman movie. I mean the Flash movie, sorry. Yes, I know it's the Flash movie, but everybody's so excited to see Ben Affleck's Batman cruising around Glasgow, chasing after a Humvee, being chased by cop cars. There's a lot of action scenes that happen today in terms of that. There's even this part where they're going through this architecture and there's shots being fired at the Humvee as Batman is chasing them down. And then we got really nice close-up shots of Ben Affleck's Batman character on the motorcycle. Now, there was a lot of discussions today about his suit. Is that a stunt suit? Is that an actual suit? What is it? And a lot of resemblances to Robert Pattinson's bat suit when he was riding his own bat bike. As you can see, the armor plating on this bat suit is very different from the Justice League tactical suit. But as you see closely, that is definitely Ben Affleck's Batman's bat symbol right on his chest, the big bat symbol. And they could be right. This could be just utilized for stunts because he's going really fast and his actual suit may look actually different. But there are some fans who offered a different suggestion in why his suit doesn't look close as being the tactical suit that he wore in Justice League. Now, there were articles from Edinburgh and even Glasgow saying that the Flash movie will be shooting in locations around there soon. But one thing was clear when you go back and look at it, you can search it up, is that they're saying that the Flash movie will be filming flashback scenes of Gotham City. In fact, one site even said that the flashback scene will have Ben Affleck as Batman and Michael Keaton as Batman. Okay, well, hold on a minute. Maybe this is why Batfleck is chasing down criminals in broad daylight and cops are chasing after him. It's because maybe this scene is a flashback to Ben Affleck's Batman 20 years ago. This is not the current timeline Batman, it's the Batman from the past. So our theory could be that the Flash got Michael Keaton, went through time, and they actually ended up 20 years ago when Batfleck just started out. And that's why his armor plating looks so put together and strapped on, kind of like the year one Robert Pattinson Batman. This could be when Barry Allen goes back 20 years ago to try to save his mom and got stuck in Gotham City instead. Whoa, okay, there's going to be a lot of crazy moments in this movie, isn't there? Now, Scoot, the insider, kind of suggested a different story about why Batfleck is wearing that type of armor. He said this: "I like how people are completely disregarding the high possibility that Batman is fighting super-powered foes that require him to wear an armored suit in Flash." And when a fan said, not necessarily super-powered, Scoot had this to say: "No, he's in a Flash movie. He's fighting meta-humans. For sure." Now, it doesn't look like there's superpowered beings inside the little Humvee that's going around, but you never know. That could just be his suit that he uses to ride the Batbike, and it's Batman. He has multiple suits for like every occasion. But speaking of Scoot, he's got the scoop. Yeah. He tagged me in this. "At Ping Pong Flicks, we need dialogue like this." Wait, what is this shot, really? Now, other fans looked closely at this little panel that he showed, and it actually does come from a comic book called Superman Man of Steel number 37, 0 Hour Event. There are a ton of Batman running around. And in this certain panel, the Frank Miller's Dark Knight Returns Batman shows up to Superman and another Batman. Now, what's interesting about this is that I think what he's suggesting is that we're gonna get a scene of Michael Keaton as Batman interacting with Ben Affleck's Batman. If I see that, I'm just gonna freak out. This is gonna be insane. Batman meets Batman? Are they gonna like fight each other because they don't know if there's one Batman is a good Batman or the other a good Batman? You know, like, who are you? You're a dog. I'm Batman. I'm Batman. I don't know. I don't know how this is gonna work out. And honestly, secretly, I know this panel is really trying to hint at there's two Batmans gonna be meeting each other. But yeah, it's kind of cool to see Superman in there. I know he's not gonna show up in that, at least I don't think. But if it does, that'd be pretty insane. Seriously, what is this movie? The Flash movie is starting to become like a Justice League movie already, and we haven't even seen The Flash. Because every time this video drops, seriously, the Flash Film News puts out more pictures because they're shooting at the same time I'm about to go to sleep. Yeah, how unfortunate of me. So if anything crazy happens tomorrow, expect another video in like 5 to 6 hours.